Hey guys, just recently I had my birthday. I'm not gonna tell you how old I am. I'm way too old already. And for my birthday I got another piece of motorcycle riding gear. Uh, I am somewhat cautious when I'm riding these days. You know, I have a family, kids and all that stuff, so I don't want to go all crazy and do you know, mountain highway races with other motorcycles. So I want to wear decent quality equipment, and I just recently posted a video about an airbag vest that I bought made by Hit Air that tethers to my motorcycle. Here's the little tether. So I'm pretty happy with that one. Fits really well, and I am somewhat of a all the gear all the time rider. The only shortcome that I had in my system was riding pants. So I do own a two-piece leather suit from back in the days when I started riding crotch rockets and whatnot. I do own a Gore-Tex suit, which is more suitable towards cold weather riding or in the fall kind of situation. It's just way too hot for summer riding here in Western Nevada. We get pretty hot temperatures, so I'm slowly working my way up to getting some gear that's weather appropriate. And then I usually don't go on long tours these days. I just ride on the weekends, a day ride kind of deal. Go somewhere where it's nice, have a cup of coffee, look around, go home kind of deal. And so I like to have gear that's not you know, too purpose built. Of course I'm riding with a riding jacket, of course. And I have one that's more for the colder temperatures and one really for the hot temperatures, which is nice airflow. That has a back protector, elbow protector, and shoulder protectors in it. On top of that, I wear my airbag vest, and that works really well. The airflow is really good. I usually wear a good set of heavy boots, leather boots. And I have a decent helmet. I always wear proper gloves. So I try to, you know, wear all the gear all the time, but I don't want to squeeze myself into Gore-Tex pants or leather or stuff like that. So I've been looking for a pair of riding jeans that actually gives you somewhat some protection, so it's suitable for riding. I have been, you know, just using regular denim jeans, but I know if I would ever crash on pavement, this would not give me adequate protection. So, been looking around, I've watched reviews, and I finally found a pair of jeans that I actually like. So I'm a kind of guy, I don't like those form-fitting skinny jeans. I don't like it. I want a little bit of some room, my thighs and my calves, and I can't stand it when like pants are so tight that they're getting stuck to my leg. I just can't stand that feeling. I'm 6 feet tall. I usually wear a 32 waist with a 34 inseam, so I have relatively long legs, so that sometimes is a problem because I guess other people have stubbier legs and are a little wider around the midsection. But yeah, 32, 34 is what I usually wear, and I like the looser fit. And if I can find it, I even prefer a boot cut, which means the leg, the bottom of the leg is a little wider, so it fits easier over cowboy boots that I wear sometimes, riding boots, work boots, and all that stuff. So it just is more comfortable for me. And so most riding jeans that you see, they are somewhat form-fitting and tight, and they have some spandex in it, and you know, they might be comfortable. I just don't like the look or the feel of it when they're like stuck to your leg. I just can't stand that. So then finally I found this one here. It's made by Scorpion. It's a Scorpion Exo Covert, size 34. So I had to buy a 34. I initially ordered a 32, but they were just too tight. I just couldn't stand it. They were literally sticking to my leg, and I just can't stand it. So these are proper 14-ounce denim 5-pocket style jeans. They have a straight leg. They don't have a boot cut, but they have at least have a, maybe you could call this somewhat of a boot cut at the bottom. So the bottom opening is wider than the rest of the leg. So that's what I like. They are fully Kevlar lined. They have 165, what is it called? 165 GSM DuPont Kevlar lining, and that lining goes all the way down to the below the knee. And then they also have mesh pockets on the inside for hip protectors and knee protectors. And the knee protector that you slide in there is even adjustable height-wise, because you know, not everyone's legs are the same and not the knee is in the same position, so you have a little bit of some adjustment to where you put the knee protectors. Fortunately, these pants do not come with protectors, so you have to buy them separately. I went also with a Scorpion Exo type protectors. So they make shoulder, elbow, hip, and knee protectors. And I guess the knee and the elbow protector would be the same, I guess. So I have the hip and knee protectors now here in those pants. Let me show you this real quick. So it's just a light mesh pocket with a Velcro. They are pretty stiff. I might try different ones. They are really kind of on the hard side. I might look for a different brand, but these here are Exo, Scorpion Exo type, SAS Tech, as they call it. They fit in here really well. That's why I just went with the same brand. I just didn't want to mismatch and then have the protectors not fit. So let me pull one of the legs here inside out so you can see. So all the yellow is the Kevlar lining. It ends right below the knee. This is pretty much the material that's adding abrasion protection or abrasion resistance to the pants, because let's be honest, denim is not super abrasion resistant. It's a cotton material. You go down the pavement 50 miles an hour, it's going to be gone in a heartbeat, and then you're going to have some raw flesh sticking out later. So here you can see the mesh lining, and there are multiple Velcro points. The knee protector actually goes in from the bottom instead of from the top. Here's the knee protector. It's also SAS Tech by Scorpion. Also relatively hard material, but I've already tried it. They fit pretty well. They don't bother me or anything. And the little bit of room that I left size-wise in those pants, once I put all the protectors in, it's actually a really nice fit. So hip and knee area is relatively form-fitting, but in the areas where I like it a little looser, like around my thigh or my calf, I don't have this tightness feeling. So these are a nice, comfortable fitting pair of jeans. The denim is rather sturdy, heavy duty feeling, so they are thicker than some of the, you know, you call whatever it is, Wrangler jeans or other brands that you could come up with. So they are a little bit of a rougher denim, which I like. It's a nice dark color. You can wash them. I guess you have to be a little careful with the Kevlar. So it's what? Machine wash short cycle in cold water. These ones here, surprise, surprise, they're not made in China. They're actually made in Pakistan. So pretty decent quality. Yeah, front zipper, not buttons like some jeans have. But overall, I'm really happy. Here, I'll go into changing room and put those on for you, so you kind of get a good look at it. I'll get a little closer so you guys can take a look at it, how those look on a 6 foot, about 190 pound person. Let me do that real quick. Alrighty guys, so I put those pants on. Like I said, I'm a 32 usually with long legs. I initially ordered a 32 and they were a little too snug around my thigh. I put my riding boots on. So I have a pair of CD Gore-Tex riding boots. The leg fits right over it comfortably, so you are not like stuck on your boots. Like I said, the height of the knee protector can be adjusted via Velcro in here. So you got to make sure you go on your motorcycle and sit down and then find out where you need to have your protector, and maybe you have to readjust that a few times, but it's no big deal. So they fit over my boots rail. They give me enough room. These pants, because it's multi-layer, so it's a denim layer and then a Kevlar layer and then even a little bit more this mesh material, they're not going to be as airy, breezy as a normal pair of pants, but at least they're not the sausage skin type skinny jeans. So I'm pretty happy how those turn out. They look like a normal pair of jeans. They don't have any lines sewn into them. They are not pre-shaped. They just look like a regular pair of pants. And if you ride somewhere and then for a couple days stay in place in location and you want to use those on a daily basis, you can even remove the hip protector and the knee protector to make it a little bit more comfortable. With those protectors in, I wouldn't recommend going on a hiking trip because they're going to be rubbing against your kneecap and you don't necessarily, you know, want that. But I like the looser cut, the shape of the legs so they fit over boots comfortably, and the quality seems to be there. Like I said, I will make sure to put some links to the pants, to the knee protectors and the hip protectors down in the description. Alright guys, so that's it. Another piece to the puzzle. Motorcycle gear. You gotta have something that's comfortable, easy to put on, because the equipment that you wear is better than the fancy equipment that you left at home because it takes you too long or it's too uncomfortable or too hot, or you know, you get those arguments, right? So I am pretty happy with the stuff that I have so far. A breathable jacket, airbag over top of it, a nice helmet, good gloves, and now some decent riding jeans that actually look decent and are comfortable to wear. So check it out, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe to my channel. See you in the next one.